everybody excited for the show?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Good energy. I'm from New Jersey. Anybody here from Jersey? Oh, a hand in the back. And then enough people were like, whoa. So I'm 14 years old, and I'm working in an Italian restaurant, and I'm bringing a plate of mussels Posillipo to my best customer, Mr. Scarlatta. He kind of creeps me out. He's always in this sort of ill-fitting black suit, and he smells like cigars and old shoes and cement. And I lied about my age to get this job at Salvatore's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, and Sal liked that I met the one job qualification. I'm Italian, and he hired me on the spot, and he told me that he had one rule: never open the door to the basement. And conveniently, there's a sign on the door that says, no touch. And Sal's is strip mall Italian. It's red faux leather booths and plastic plants and fake red brick. And Sal's has one side of this cement rectangular building, and the XXX Adult Bookstore and Film Depot has the other side, which gives you a sense of the high-end quality of the regular clientele. And I'm working here because, like every teenager in human history, I want my freedom. And in New Jersey, we call that a car. And my family's old school. My dad's the kind of dad that would throw a shoe at you if you were making too much noise. And my mom could wield a wooden spoon like an Italian prison guard. And they're as frugal as they are loud. So the only way I'm getting a car is if I buy one myself. And I love working at Sal's. It's great. And Sal's nice, except he has a temper. And so I work really hard not to make him mad. But after a few months that goes by, I make a mistake. I spilled some tomato sauce, I need a mop, and I commit the unpardonable offense. I open the door to the basement. And the second my hand touches the doorknob, Sal just starts shrieking, no touch, capiche? And I do not capiche. I have no idea what's going on in the basement. And my fantasies are just running wild because Sal sends me next door to the XXX for change on a daily basis. But I really need this job, and I'm making good money, so I just keep my mouth shut. And a little while later, Mr. Scarlatta comes back in, and he says, I need to see Sal, doll. Unfortunately for me, Sal is in the forbidden basement. But I know Mr. Scarlatta's some kind of a big shot, and he scares me, so I just gently knock on the door. Sal? No answer. And my heart is just beating so loud, and I've sweat on the back of my neck when I just open the door, just a crack, and I put my mouth there, and I scream, Sal! And he flies up the stairs, swats the door open and closed in a matter of seconds. And in the few seconds the door's open, all I see is red. Red flocked wallpaper, red carpet, red light, Sal's red face. And he shoots me this, I'll deal with you later look. And I was like expecting buckets and mops, not this like weird sex dungeon-y kind of scene. But I zip it, and I just go wait on Mr. Scarlatta and his 3 colleagues in equally bad suits. 4 orders of mussels, doll, extra bread. And when they leave, I go clear the table, and I realize Mr. Scarlatta's forgotten his keys. So I run out into the parking lot with him, and Mr. Scarlatta, you forgot your keys. But he's already in the passenger seat of a car pulling out onto Route 130, and he yells out the window, no, doll, that's for you. And he puts his arm out the window, pointed towards the front of the restaurant, and I turn around, and I see it, a brand new black Cadillac. And I'm thinking, this is a joke, not that Mr. Scarlatta strikes me as the joking type. I mean, come on, who gives you a car? But I run into the restaurant, and I get Sal, and I bring him out, and he looks at the caddy, and he looks at me, and he looks at the caddy, and he looks at me, and then he gets very serious, and he walks over, and he puts his hands on my shoulders, and he looks me in the eye, and he says, "You gotta take it a car. You gotta take it a car." And I want to take the car. I mean, this is my wish granted by my fairy godfather, but I mean, who just gives you a car? And Sal's telling me that I need to offer respect to Mr. Scarlatta. And I start thinking, well, maybe I could just put the car in my parents' garage for a while. But I mean, first of all, I'm not old enough to drive. And second of all, I had just seen the Godfather movie, and I know a Cadillac's not an appropriate tip. And I don't know what to do. I don't want to wake up with a severed horse head in my bed. And so I do the only thing I can think of. I get on my bike, and I ride home, and I never go back. But that black caddy haunts me. And I think about it when I'm soaking my feet after my double shift at the Golden Dawn Diner, my new job. And I think, I should just go back. I mean, Sal would, if I begged him, he'd probably take me back, and then I could just take the caddy, and I wouldn't have to work so hard. But I don't. And 3 years later, when I'm 17, I drive my 1972 Glacier Blue Buick Skylark down Route 130, blasting Springsteen's Born to Run on the 8-track and feeling like a liberated woman. And I purposely drive past Sal's, and I see that it's all boarded up now. And I don't regret not taking the caddy, not taking a handout from some guy. I feel really, really proud that I bought my own getaway car. And I never find out what happened to the black Cadillac, but I did find out that Sal's had been raided for illegal gambling. So somebody finally got to look in the basement. Thank you.
Yeah! Yeah!
Carla Katz, everyone.